Okay, a little bit more treatment of my fish here. This guy has been, he'd been in the water for over 10 minutes. I've put that koi calm in there, which is supposed to kind of put him to sleep for a little while, but you can see he still was moving quite a bit. Even after I'd put it a little over 10 minutes, and I even added a couple extra spots to it. But you can see he's got a little wound right there on the back of his tail, and I've been using a couple of the treatments to clean it, but it didn't feel like it's actually healed over. So this here is an ulcer treatment that it's also got, well, you'll see here, so that I'm still doing the ulcer treatment, but you can also see the bottom of his tail there. It's kind of got some red to it, and so I'm hoping by maybe sealing up this wound on the base of the tail that I'll get him better. So that was the ulcer treatment. Now this is the sealant, which is supposed to kind of like a liquid band-aid, but it'll work in the water. So you put it on here and spread it around on the wound, and then I'll flip him over and get the other side after this. So if this stuff's kind of brown to it, I just kind of tried to spread it around a little bit. Hopefully I got it about right, and I blew on it a little bit just to kind of try to get it. You can see I've got his eyes covered there with just a wet paper towel, just trying to keep the. You can see he's also on a wet towel I've got. I'm trying to hurry. I hate keeping him out of the water for too long, especially in this kind of the koi calm state. I'm not sure if that's a clove oil or what it is. I couldn't see the ingredients on the kit that I got. There you see I got him all patched up. I blew on a little bit, let it dry for just a second, and tried to kind of get it dry and put it in. I can see it kind of in the little pond after I put him back. That you can see it. So this guy has just a little ulcer on the side, and it's really healed up a lot. There's just a little bit left, but again, I wanted to get this sealant on it just to make sure that stuff isn't getting into the wound while it's still healing. So I put a little bit. Just cleaner on there, and then the ulcer treatment here again, and then yeah, he's got a little something on the top of his head. It's all white, but it's not healing like I was hoping. So yeah, this guy really starts to want to move a little bit here at the end. He wanted to fight it a little bit. I maybe should have kept him in that water, but the other ones all, you know, it didn't take nearly as long as that first guy to get into the water and have him start to, you know, go to sleep. But I wish maybe I'd left him in just a little bit longer, because he really started to go at the end. And again, scary. Yeah, he really spooked me right there. So got that on, and then I hurried and tried to get him put away just because he was waking up. You know, they said to keep something over their eyes, which I think, you know, kind of makes sense to, you know, have him be less scared, keep it less dry. But yeah, I really had to rush with him, but I think I got it on there pretty good. Just kind of was blowing on it, trying to let it dry a little bit, and then picked him up, put him away. So this guy's got just a little spot right there at the top of his back, in between his tail. He was moving too, but he did hold it still enough, a little better than the other guy. He never took off crazy, but he definitely kind of wanted to flap a little. I hated leaving him in that koi calm too long, because they were starting to roll over and everything, and I didn't know how long I could leave it. So I did the 5 minutes, but I maybe needed to do more. Yeah, I saw a little spot at the bottom, I thought, but I wasn't sure. But I figured I'd just kind of get some cleaner on it, or some of that. Yeah, don't do it. So hurried and got that. I do have this video sped up a little bit just so that it wouldn't be quite so long, trying to shorten this a bit. But so yeah, there, got the treatment on that, and then yeah, you don't see it here, and I didn't have the camera over at the thing, but it would take him a little while after I took him back over to the pond, kind of running them back and forth, getting the water through the gills, kind of putting them over the air stones in there, just making sure that they were getting oxygen back, running across their gills. But it didn't take, even, it said it could take up to 5 or so minutes. It didn't take quite that long for each of them to get going. Yeah, I'm like, I just need to hurry. Again, maybe I should have waited a little longer. I wasn't sure how long to leave them in there, more than the 5, and have them staying upside down or starting to want to roll over. So I maybe should have waited a little bit longer. So here's the last one I'll show here. This guy here, my Tancho, he's been healing. I put some stuff in, but you can still see that wound is pretty dark. The other day I looked at it and it was really kind of covered, but I just wanted to make sure it's sealed. So I cleaned it up and then put that sealant on it, to just hoping that it'll avoid letting stuff get in there while it's continuing to heal. But if you look at it compared to what it was the other day, he's really done well. I don't know what happened. Nothing happened in the pond. All of a sudden, they just started getting in, and they're real tricky to catch in my pond. So I probably waited too long to get them out and treated. So interesting thing, yeah. You see, he stays still, although he's real active normally. So the littler fish seem to that stuff seemed to really kick in a little quicker for these guys than it did for that big one, which I waited forever, and he still was fighting it. Anyway, that's it. So hopefully we'll see if that makes a big difference for him. I think I see them healing. I just wanted to make sure, kind of do the best I can to make sure that they heal up really well.